Today is Friday, June 7th, B-Day. Please stand for the pledge and the Dundalk Middle School Code of Conduct. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I am safe, I am respectful, and I am responsible at Dundalk Middle School and in my community. Please be seated. Now let's find out what happened on this date in history.
History. June 7th.
In 1654, Louis XIV was crowned King of France. The Sun King reigned for 72 years, during which France became the preeminent political and cultural power in Europe. On this day in 1972, the slicked-up musical Grease opened on Broadway. In 2000, a U.S. district judge ordered the breakup of computer giant Microsoft, but his decision was overturned a year later. But it's clear. And on this day in 1913, Hudson Stuck led a mountaineering team to the top of America. They were the first to reach the summit of Alaska's Mount McKinley. The feat was like climbing 14 Empire State Buildings in minus 80-degree weather with 100-mile-an-hour winds. And they did it in 7.5 weeks with nothing more than ice axes and rope. And that's this day in history.
Today's math problem is the volume of the rectangular prism below is 420 feet cubed. What is the width with the height of 10 feet and the length of 7 feet? Be sure to let your math teacher know if you can solve it. And now here's the word of the day.
Today's word of the day is tedious. Sometimes I find it hard to pay close attention to a tedious lecture. And again, today's word of the day is tedious.
Attention, if you would still like to purchase one of the yearbooks, we have a limited number of yearbooks left. Softcover will be $28 and hardcover will be $35. We will only accept cash. Please submit orders to Ms. Weber or Mr. Slavin.
Please return all library books as soon as possible. They are considered overdue at this point. And again, please return all library books as soon as possible. They are considered overdue.
Now let's get a check on the weather from Madison.
Good morning. This is Madison here with your WDMS weather for June 7th. Today, a slight chance of thunderstorms. Heavy rainfall possible this afternoon. Near 100% chance of rain. Highs in the mid-70s. Tonight, showers with a slight chance of thunderstorms, mainly in the evening. Near 100% chance of rain again. Lows in the mid-60s. That was your WDMS weather. Now here are the temperatures for the next 7 days.
Thanks, Madison.
Now for some words of wisdom.
Good morning, Dundalk Middle School. This is Enter Muhammad with a few words of wisdom. Sometimes we get confused in class, and no matter how hard we try, we don't understand. This doesn't mean we aren't smart enough or that we aren't paying attention. It just means we've gotten off track. This happens to everyone, even the very brightest of us. The important thing to remember is, ask when you don't understand. The Danish say, better ask twice than to lose your way. In fact, always keep asking until you understand. You may have to ask again and again, but keep asking. Trust that you are smart enough to understand, and don't give up until you do. Today, remember what Confucius says. He who asks a question is a fool for a moment, but he who never asks a question is a fool forever. With something to think about, Enter Muhammad, make it a great day, or not, the choice is yours. Meow.
And now here's Mr. Barish.
Morning, Dundalk Middle School. I want to share a couple things with you. This is a reminder that all students who come down to the office during the school day must have a pass. Again, all students who come down to the office must have a pass. Students, if you are sent to a buddy teacher, you have to go to the buddy teacher. It's not a time to go down to the office to see anyone. So again, students who come down to the office, the expectation is that you have a pass or you will be redirected back to the classroom that you left. Also want to remind students of the high expectations we want to continue to have through the following week and last week of school. Expectations are that we're going to continue to focus on learning. Habits are hard to break, so we want to continue developing the great habits that you've been working on throughout the year so you can be successful at the next level. And in high school, I want to remind students as we have our final end-of-the-year activities, any students who receive in-school suspensions or out-of-school suspensions will not be permitted to attend. That also includes our 8th grade farewell. So any 8th graders next week who are suspended from school will not be permitted to attend the 8th grade farewell. So I want to make sure everyone finishes the year on a positive note with the focus on being safe, learning, and making great decisions. Now back to Emily and Intisar. Let's have a great Friday, DMS.
This is Intisar.
And Emily reminding you to
Stay classy, Dundalk Middle School. Happy Friday!